Hello, this is going to be a rather short video, not least because this is not the kind of thing that I really like to do very often. I am no stranger to the internet. I have been making and sharing stuff online for a very long time, and I know how it goes. People make stupid comments, and you can either choose to engage with them. Sometimes it is good to tell people to piss off, and other times you might decide it's not worth it and you can hide their comment or whatever the case might be on the platform you're on. However, what I don't like to do is do this, where I do a video and talk about a specific situation, because then people think they've got a reaction. However, in this case, I wanted to address a more general problem, a kind of plague on the world of music YouTube, or at least a plague on the synthesizer YouTube, and not just YouTube, but also synthesizer discussion forums in general. Specifically, I'm talking about the fact that anytime you mention Behringer, or not even mention Behringer, but anytime anybody notices that you might have once used a Behringer product, or maybe you've got a synthesizer from Behringer in the back of your rack or something, a whole host of comments are then unleashed, not just about Behringer as a company, but also your particular personal ethics as an individual, as somebody who's dared to buy or use a Behringer product. Now, I have got no problem with anybody having their own personal feelings about Behringer as a company. I have my own very personal feelings about a multitude of companies that I won't do business with or I won't give my money to. And I have my own very complicated feelings about a lot of companies within the synthesizer world. And I don't choose to talk about them because I think it is quite complicated and personal. And I do also think that people who have this kind of myopic view of Behringer as evil don't quite grasp or ever really engage with at least the question of, or at least the theory or the idea that there isn't actually any ethical consumption under capitalism, because there is some irony in sitting at home with your MacBook typing on your internet connection on YouTube owned by Alphabet, aka Google, to tell people how unethical they are because they dared to use a Behringer synthesizer because Behringer are evil. And so at this point, I kind of just wanted to, say something about this because I'm kind of sick of seeing it. And I've so often ignored it. And I've so often just hidden comments from people that have made comments like this. And at this point, I've decided not to ignore it. And I've decided instead to kind of take the route of telling you to fuck off. So if you want to leave comments like that, that's fine. However, for every comment you leave, I am going to buy another 2 Behringer synthesizers. And then I'm going to make another 2 Behringer videos. And I'm going to dedicate them personally to you because that's the kind of person I am. Whatever kind of feelings I have about Behringer are trumped by my anger at the nonsense and the amount of shite I have to read from people like you. So for now, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Behringer, I love you. Please give me a sponsorship so I can piss off these people even more. See you later.